The patience of definitely thinking about Dharma. Whenever we practice Dharma with a patient and joyful mind, we are practicing the patience of definitely thinking about Dharma. Such patience is necessary, for if our mind is impatient or unhappy when we engage in spiritual practice, this will obstruct our spiritual progress and prevent us from improving our wisdom. Even if we find some aspects of our practice difficult, we still need to practice with a happy mind. In Guide to the Bodhisattva's Way of Life, Shantideva explains this patience from a slightly different angle. According to this explanation, we are practicing the patience of definitely thinking about Dharma whenever we use our understanding of profound Dharma instructions, such as those on emptiness or dependent relationship, in order to deepen our experience of patience. This type of patience is important because the wisdom realizing emptiness is the only direct method of eradicating our delusions and suffering. If we use our experience of mental and physical suffering as an opportunity to improve our understanding of emptiness, not only will our pain become far more tolerable, but our experience of emptiness will also deepen considerably. Whenever we are suffering, our self-grasping generally manifests more strongly than normal. This makes our self-grasping easier to identify, thus helping our meditation on emptiness to make an unusually deep impact on our mind. Also, our pain forces us to look more carefully into the actual causes and nature of pain, pulling us deeper and deeper into the truth of emptiness. When a person is afflicted by disease such as cancer, he or she experiences great physical pain. What caused this pain? The disease. If someone hits us on the head with a stick, pain also arises. What caused this pain? The wielder of the stick. If pain is experienced in both cases, why are we more likely to get angry with the person who wielded the stick than with the disease? The obvious answer is that it is not appropriate to generate anger towards a disease, for it does not choose to cause us suffering. A disease simply arises when all the causes and conditions for it arise and are assembled. It is not an independent agent that chooses to harm us. Because of this, anger is not clearly an appropriate response. Yet if we do not get angry with a disease, neither should we get angry with a person who harms us. Why? Because he too is not a free and independent agent. He acts solely under the power of his delusions. If we are to get angry at all, we should direct our anger at these delusions. Just as we do not choose to suffer from sickness, so the person who beats us does not choose to suffer from the inner sickness of anger. We might think that there is a difference between our sickness and the angry person, in that our sickness has no wish to harm us, whereas an enemy most certainly does have this wish. What we must realize, however, is that the person who wishes to harm us does so without freedom. He is completely under the control of his anger. He does not decide, now I will become angry. Anger simply arises and takes over his mind without any choice on his part. All shortcomings, delusions, and non-virtues arise through the force of conditions. They do not govern themselves. The assembled conditions that cause suffering have no thought to produce suffering, and nor does the resultant suffering think, I was produced by assembled conditions. Therefore, the angry person, the anger itself, and the suffering that results from it are completely without independent existence. They exist solely in dependence upon their causes and conditions.